is not the movement of the clock that produces the newness of life. It is the movement in your mind. You're going to hear all kinds of things said about you. Throw it behind you. The enemies that you see today, you will see them no more. No weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. Every tongue that riseth against you, God will condemn. This is my time. The truth of the matter is, everybody in here is going through a change. You don't have to be ashamed of yours. We are all in the process of transforming to a higher, better expression of myself. Let this be the year that I birth a higher, better expression of myself. Don't let the habits of my past stop me from this metamorphosis. New year, new me. New year, new me. What separates us is transformation. The possibility of change. The desire to evolve. The passion to get up off the ground and stop eating dirt. I'm tired of doing what I used to do. If I always do what I've always done, I'll always be where I've always been. I'm going to throw it behind me. There's somebody in this room that nobody would think would be in a church tonight, but you drew them to this place tonight because you want them to be a new me and a new year and have a new attitude and a new mind. Because the real battleground is in your mind. That's where the fight is. You lay down with it. You get up with it. You go to work with it. You can't digest your food because of it. Smiling in front of people and nobody knows that there's gunfire going off in your head. It's not a geographical location. It's not debt. It's not money. It's not haters. It's not enemies. It's not liars. It's not backbiters. That's not the battleground. Stop wasting your weapons on what people say, because it is not what they say about you that matters. It is what you say about you that threatens your destiny. You will never be defeated by what they say about you. You will be defeated by what you say about you.
I dedicate this to you, to the greatness in you, and to the dream that you showed up on the planet to produce. And it's simply this: if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty, famish or gulf, sickness or pain of body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, with the help of God you'll get have greatness in you. That if your friends don't understand you, it's okay. You're listening to the beat of a different drummer. You've decided that you're not going to allow your circumstances to define you. You've decided that you're not going to allow the events, the things, the people, life, determine who you become. You decided that you're not going to go through life being a whiner, being a complainer. You're going to take responsibility for what it is that you want to create. The greatest ability that God has given humankind above the animals is the ability to choose. A dog can't be anything but a dog. A cat can't be anything but a cat. A human being has the power to choose. We can choose So what Mr. Washington did was he helped me to look at myself, and he helped me to look into the future. What do you see for yourself in the future? What do you mean, Mr. Washington? What do you see for you, Mr. Brown? At that time, I hadn't gotten clear about that. I was thinking only in the moment, as most young people do. And I'm asking you, what do you see in the future for you? What brought you here today? What caused you to get up? To invest your time, your energy, your money? What caused you to buy a plane ticket and fly in here to be at this event? What is it that you're looking for? I'll never forget Warren Gresham, a speaker out of New York, one of the most powerful speakers I've heard in the National Speakers Association. And he talked about a period in his life when he was going across Europe trying to find himself, just traveling around the world. In one particular country, soldiers woke up the sleeping passengers and asked them 3 questions. Number 1, where have you been? Number 2, why are you here? And number 3, where are you going? And that's what I ask you. Where have you been with your life? What has your life given to you? How do you feel about your life? Is it working? Have you given it all that you can give? And I ask the question, how many of you, if you had your life to live over again, most of us, if we're honest, we will raise our hands. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Yes, Lord, it's me. Now, I know I came up in some rough times. Yes, it's true. I was born on a floor in an abandoned building with a twin brother. Yes, I don't know my mother and father. No, I've never seen them. Yes, I was labeled educable mentally retarded. No, I don't have a college education. Yes, I was raised poor, but we didn't know that we were poor. We had a lot of love. Mama did what she could with what she had. Mama did days work. She worked in the M&M cafeteria. You could look at my life and you could perhaps say that my life has been a failure. But we had happiness. We had each other. No, I wasn't raised on Miami Beach. No, I don't have an exciting life like a lot of them. But you could look at me at different stages of my development. But here's what I know. And all of us can look at where we want to go. We look at where we've been. Look at what brought us here. And I think that what brought you here, what caused you to show up, is that you not only want to make a difference in your life, but you want to make a difference in somebody else's life. I think that what caused you to be here is that you looked around and said, hey, if by being here, by aligning myself with this organization that's using television, which is the most powerful instrument we have on the planet, that we can touch some lives, we can change how people see themselves and how they can reinvent themselves. If this will allow me to leave a legacy, to make a difference on the consciousness of young people and adults, I'd like to be a part of that. It's a cause larger than myself. Kenny Rogers said, good life is something to do, someone to love, something to look forward to. When you have something to do, when you have someone to love, when you have something to look forward to, when you get up in the morning. See, people who have something to look forward to don't need an alarm clock. Because they have a reason for being. Nietzsche said, if you know the why for living, you can endure almost anyhow. So when you look at yourself and you look into the future, what do you see? What do you see yourself doing differently? Who will be with you? Who will be around you? Will it be a life of contribution, a life of adventure, a life of excitement? What will be different about you? See, whatever you see, it's important that you take responsibility to become the kind of person that can produce those results. Who you have become up to this point has produced what you have. Your earning power, your lifestyle, the relationships that you have.